Hey everyone, welcome back to Divine Nature Urban Homestead. My name is Tiara if you're new here, and I'm gardening in Zone 6B in Indiana. I have an explanation for why I've been away for a little while. We just unfortunately had a series of unfortunate events, and as you all can see, I am filming from inside of my living room. The reason being is it's raining outside. So last week I was starting to record a video, and as I set up the tripod and I had my till and everything ready and I was about to record, a wind gust came through, blew my tripod over and broke my phone. So had to get a new phone. So we got a new phone, and then my boys got sick, so I tended to them while they were sick, and then we just had a series of thunderstorms and rain. So it's been a little while since I've been behind the camera. Nonetheless, I'm happy to be back. I'm just gonna say, you know what, if I get caught in the rain, then I just get caught in the rain. It is raining, and I do plan to do a quick garden tour, and I'm just gonna bring an umbrella and call it a day. So but right now I want to show you all the new seeds that I just got. I'm super excited. Yes, I am still planting in late June. Hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully it's not going to rain tomorrow. I have to check the weather. If it's not going to rain tomorrow, there's my son in the back. If it's not going to rain tomorrow, hopefully I can get outside and I can get some seeds in the ground. But for right now, I want to show you all the seeds that I just got and what I plan on planting. Okay, so I forgot to mention that my microphone is charging right now, so I hope the audio is okay. But anywho, we're going to get rocking and rolling. So this is my old broken phone. So sad, y'all, so sad. Now, usually, a cracked screen, I can kind of roll with the punches, but the cracked webbing up here, it interfered with the front-facing camera, and you could still see in the front-facing camera, but it was blurry, and I just was like, no, I can't record content with this kind of phone. So I had to get a new one, y'all. Now, it's my fault because I should have gotten a screen protector, and I procrastinated on it because I was doing really good with, making sure that it doesn't fall and break. So honestly, I procrastinated on it until I just completely forgot. And then this unfortunate incident happened. So I didn't forget this time. I got a screen protector. So, all right, so let's get rocking and rolling. So recently I ordered some seeds from a private farm called Muhammad Farms. They are located in Georgia. And it's part of what's called the Staple Goods program, but you have to be a member to order. Like, it's not just generally open to the public. You have to be a member, and then when you order in bulk. So it's not like you're ordering 1 or 2 packs of seeds. You're getting a bulk supply, and then the other things that they sell, it comes in bulk. Like they sell flour, they sell wheat seeds, they sell tons of other things. I'm not going to go through the list of what all they sell, but it comes in bulk. So you pay a little, pretty little penny, but you get a lot for what you pay. So anywho, my seeds came in, and I'm super excited. We got some eggplant, Black Beauty eggplant. I have never planted eggplant before, so this will be new to me. If you know how to plant eggplant, the Black Beauty variety, you can drop it in the comments below. I don't know if this is a cool weather crop. If you hear squealing in the back, that is my son. I don't know if this is a cool weather vegetable or if it can tolerate summers. I'm going to look into how to plant this. I've never planted eggplant because I don't really eat it like that. I eat it sometimes, but I don't eat it enough to justify really planting it. So I don't know. I've thought about it before, but I really just eat it once in a blue moon. But since it came in my seed pack, let's go for it, right? So I got some more Bloomsdale spinach. Definitely planting this at the end of summer when it starts to cool down. I got some more Clemson spineless okra. I hear that okra, because I've never successfully planted okra before. I've planted okra, but I wasn't successful with it. But I read that okra loves heat, so this might be a good time to get some more okra down. I got some early Jersey cabbage. This is a cool weather vegetable, so we're going to go ahead and put this in at the end of the summer. Rutabaga. I love rutabaga. I don't know if you all have ever eaten it, but I love rutabaga. I think it's very similar to a potato to me in texture. Not exactly like a potato, but close enough. I love the way rutabaga tastes, so I'm super excited to plant this. This is a root crop, so I'm pretty sure this prefers cool weather. All right, we got some beefsteak tomatoes. We're gonna wait till next growing season for this one because we're at the start of summer, and I don't want to be beefsteak tomatoes sometimes can take a while. It'll start to fruit, but like because they're big, they can take a little while to get to the mature size that they need to be at. So I'm gonna wait until next growing season for these. We got some crimson sweet watermelons. I already got some watermelons out there, but I'm gonna put some more out there because why not? Straight neck yellow squash. Yes, I will be putting these in the ground because squash matures pretty quickly. So, and we're right at the start of summer. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this in the ground. Danvers carrots. I'm probably going to wait till next growing season for these, simply because when I plant carrots, I plant them in the spring when it's still cool out, and I let them grow all summer, and I don't harvest them until the fall. So we're going to wait for next season to plant these. Bell peppers, the YOLO Wonder bell peppers. We're going to wait for next season to plant these. It's a little late to start bell peppers from seed, simply because peppers are so slow. So it's a little late to start them from seed. So we'll save these for next season. Waltham broccolis. We are getting these down at the end of summer when it starts to cool off, because broccoli is a cool weather vegetable. So we're going to get these in the ground at the end of summer. And black beauty zucchini. Yep, just like the straight neck yellow squash, we're going to get these in the ground too. These are pretty fast maturing, so we're going to get them in the dirt. Soil. And we got some Blue Lake green beans. The red coating, from what I read, because Muhammad Farms is a farm, they do, mass productions of things, and it's all organic. So what they do is they put this protective red coating around it to protect the seeds from rotting and protect the seeds from possibly germinating prematurely. So that's what that red is. I have never seen that before because I buy seeds out of the store, and usually the seeds that you get out of the store that are organic, they're usually, from what I read online, they're usually processed for small gardens, for like myself, people who have small gardens. But like when they come from a large farm, like a large production, it's quite possible that they can put this coating around it to protect it from early germination and possible premature rotting. So we got some Blue Lake green beans. I read that it's perfectly fine. It's not harmful or anything. So we're going to get these in the ground. And I've got some Silver Queen sweet corn. We're going to get these in the ground. Same thing with the red coating around this corn. Just a protective barrier to keep it from germinating or possibly rotting. So we're going to get this in the ground. I've never grown this variety of sweet corn. I've grown sweet corn before. I grew peaches and cream sweet corn, and it was a huge success. I've never grown this variety, so I don't know what the maturity time is, but we're going to get these in the ground anyway. And last but certainly not least, we got some navy beans. And I have quite a few seeds here, so we're going to get these in the ground as well, because navy beans are a pretty easy crop to grow from what I read, and they're pretty fast maturing. So we're going to get these all in the ground. Not all of them, but the ones that I said we're going to get in the ground. Hopefully we'll get them in the ground tomorrow when, if it's not going to be raining. I'm going to check the weather on that one because I don't want to get caught in a thunderstorm. But as it appears, I'm looking out the window, it appears it has stopped raining for now. So let's go ahead and do a quick garden tour. Okay, so we're going to start with our peppers. And as you all can see right here, we've got a baby pepper coming in. If my camera focuses right, there we go. We got a baby pepper coming in right there. We're going to be gentle with that because I don't want that to pop off. I've accidentally knocked off buds before that were growing peppers, so I want to be careful with that. We got more flowers coming through, which typically means peppers are coming. So this is looking good and healthy. A couple of yellowing leaves at the bottom, but I'm honestly not worried about it right now. It is really humid out here, so we're not going to be out here too long. And I brought my umbrella in case it starts raining, because I feel like it's going to start raining again soon. Our onions are bulbing up real nicely. This one over here is getting nice and plump. Yeah, look at that one. Onions are bulbing up real nicely. All right, our watermelons have sprouted from the last video. When I planted these, they have sprouted. They're looking pretty. Look at those beautiful cotyledons. And we got some true leaves coming in too. Yep. These onions are over here bulbing up pretty nicely. I have a beet right there. Look like that beet might actually bulb. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a beet down in there growing. These are the leaves. And I'm gonna just let it be, because if it bulb up, then hey, praise be to God. We got a carrot coming through here. I'm gonna let that be. And we got a massive zucchini right here. This needs to be harvested. It's probably overripe at this point. Let me go get my basket. Be right back. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty big one. I've been wanting to get out here and harvest this one earlier, but it just kept raining. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that off. I'm trying not to cut any healthy leaves in the process. There we go. Because, woo, that's a big girl right there. Okay. You know what? This is a pretty nice size zucchini. And honestly, it don't feel too hard. It really doesn't. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try. I'm going to cut that open and see if that's possibly, still edible. Ignore this dirty swimming pool. My children were playing in it several days ago. And it's just been sitting out here. Our squash patch is looking real good over here. Look how big and pretty it has gotten. As well as the weeds around it. But again, I got to be careful with that. I'm honestly not going to stress too much about that. Let's see what we got going on down in here. Okay. We got some buds, some flower buds coming up. It looks like a beautiful forest canopy up under here. Yep. Obviously no fruit just quite yet. But I do see some buds popping up, so fruits are going to be coming soon. Oh, there's the dreaded cabbage moth. I ain't going to say they're dreaded. They're part of nature, but they will eat your stuff. Y'all see that little white? Looks like a butterfly. That's a cabbage moth. Yeah, they eat your foliage and your brassicas. So I'm not going to say they're dreaded, but they will eat your stuff. I'll say that. Okay, that's looking good. Here's our okra plant. Finally putting on some more leaves. It's growing slowly but surely. Here's another okra. All right. We're going to let that be. And then, y'all. So remember, I was calling this a cabbage because I had actually planted an all-seasons cabbage. And I thought that these leaves were like the outer leaves, the start of the outer leaves of the cabbage. Because the, turnip leaves and cabbage leaves in the beginning can kind of look the same. But this is a turnip, y'all. Look how beautiful it is, though. And we're going to go ahead and pull this because that is a pretty nice size. And I don't want it to bolt because I want to eat it. So we're going to go ahead and pour that up. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful turnip. Yep, we're going to eat that. We're going to put that down in our basket here. Okay. Our Brussels sprouts that I still have not put in another pot. We got the radishes. This one bolted, so, I'm not tripping, but the citronella looks good. I'm not sure what this stuff is, because I pulled all these are weeds probably. I pulled all the spinach out of here, so this is probably just weeds. I'm going to let these seedlings go. They're not doing anything. Here's more turnips. I'm going to let them be. If they don't bolt, I'm going to let them be. We do got some evidence of a leaf miner here. I ain't worried about it, though. All right, let's move right along. Okay. This is starting to look like it needs some help. Okay, we got a green bean here. That looks good. But the rest of them, like the leaves, don't look too well. So I'm going to have to cut those off. And we got more green beans coming through. Last year, my green beans were really prolific. So I'm going to have to see what exactly is happening here that's making them so slow. Probably, and they grew in this pot too. So I know that they can grow in that size pot. But also last year, they didn't share a pot with other stuff. I'm going to pull these dead marigolds. I'm going to deadhead them. And then I'm going to pull off the yellowing or dead leaves on this cilantro here, or parsley, I mean. And we're gonna hang on to our green beans. There's life left in them, so we're gonna save them. And our strawberries, they're looking beautiful. I mistakenly let a couple of them rot because I just got busy, but nonetheless, they are still doing beautiful and putting off. Strawberries have proven to be very prolific for me this year, so they are doing their thing. Here's our potatoes. They are starting to die back a little bit, which means that pretty soon they're going to be ready to harvest. But you don't harvest potatoes until they have completely died back, where they look very clearly wilted and dead. So it's still too soon to harvest these. So we're gonna let them die completely back. I still have to hill these potatoes, y'all. I've been slacking, but we're gonna get on it though, I promise. Here's our beautiful basil. Oh, look at the cute little bee right there. I don't know if you can see that in there. Well, he flew off. I meant to let my basil bolt. I don't care that it bolted. And these Brussels sprouts look really good and healthy. Something's eating the leaves. Probably that cabbage moth back there. Okay, so yeah, these, not putting on the actual heads yet, but I've never grown Brussels sprouts, so I don't know when they're supposed to head. All right, let's head over to the other side of the porch. All right, our tomatoes are looking real good. As you can see, those red ones are ready to pluck. This plant, I still haven't figured out why it is not putting on more blooms. Like, it's not in an unhealthy state. I'm not sure what's making it. Well, the leaves, maybe the leaves do look like they might be struggling with something. I'm gonna find out, but we're gonna get those tomatoes off. This one's got tomatoes that are, ooh, that's the baby tomato turning red already. Look at that. Okay, we got some red tomatoes ready to come off this one. This plant's doing real good, and yes, I can definitely see a difference in the leaves. So this plant looks like, I think it's probably stressed with something. I'm gonna figure it out though. But this one looks beautiful, and it's just getting taller and taller. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these red tomatoes off. Let me set this up. Okay. Sorry about the shaking, but I have to actually set the camera down because I'm not going to be able to hold it while cutting these. So I don't want them to fall and get bruised. So we're going to cut that one. And we're going to cut that one. And we'll leave that green one on there. And then over here, we're going to cut this one. Oh, that just came right on off. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one too. Sure. All right. All right. So let's go to the back and see what we got. I don't think anything will be ready to harvest in the back. But let's go back there. Before we go to the back, y'all. So turns out my volunteer squash looks like it is, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, it looks like it might be a pumpkin. I think this is a pumpkin vine. So it's got the big pretty orange flowers on it, you know, like pumpkins do, even though they can have different colors. But I'm almost pretty convinced that this is a pumpkin. So I've got it clipped up here so it can train to the trellis. But it is being stubborn. It is not training to the trellis. And I've not been able to get out here. I might just let it vine because it's a pumpkin. I might just let it vine out into the yard. And then here's our other squash over here that is putting on buds and flowers, but still not any fruit. But that's okay. A lot of times males will show up first before females. So it still looks beautiful. I'm gonna let her be. Okay. Here's our one corn stalk that made it through the tough Indiana clay soil. It's looking beautiful amongst some burdock. That's wild burdock. These big elephant looking leaves. These are this wild burdock. Yep, she's looking pretty. And that is the only one that has sprouted. So we're going to put the other corn down in the same patch. I did pre-till this dirt here. We're going to put some more nutrients in it and hope for the best. Cannot forget our lovely carrot bed. Look at that beautiful canopy of carrot leaves, along with those pops of orange from the marigolds. This is so pretty to me. Like, this is a pretty bed to me. I haven't seen any swallowtails this year. I wouldn't mind if I did. Swallowtail caterpillars, they're like black and green, or black and yellowish, greenish colored. They're very pretty and they're striped. They do like to eat like your carrot tops and your dill and stuff like that, but they're friends of your garden because they turn into these beautiful swallowtail butterflies that are just gorgeous. Okay, so yep, that just looks pretty. Everything looks good in there. It's so humid out here. All right, so I have made an executive decision to pull these struggling cucumbers. This one I might keep because it's looking like it's starting to take off. The leaves are getting bigger. But I'm going to pull the struggling ones. Oh boy. Oh, no. Okay, here's our tomato. And she fell over. I got to stake her. Okay, thank God she didn't break. So we got to stake it. This is my Roma tomato plant. As you can see, there's some Romas growing on it. I'm going to get a stake. And I'm going to stake this up because she's definitely needing the support. So I'm going to let her down gently for now. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to stake her up. All right, here's our pepper plant. Lots of buds coming on this pepper plant. Yes, and this one, I checked before, this one actually has a pepper growing on it. Somewhere, if I can find it without damaging it. Yep. I'm going to try and position the camera where you can see down in here. Oh, that ain't it. Okay, y'all, so as I was editing my video, I realized part of it was somehow didn't get recorded. I don't know what happened, but right as I was showing y'all where my new bell pepper is coming in, I don't know if the recording stopped or what happened, but I wanted to show you all. There it is. There's a bell pepper going right down in there. All right, and then this one has got plenty of buds on it. A nice pretty flower, and then down in here we've got a bell pepper growing down in there, if you can see that. All right, beautiful. Yes. Okay, and then moving right along to right here, I'm gonna pull this one. It's just struggling too bad. I mean, it's not dead, but it seems to be having trouble adapting. We're gonna go ahead and let that one go on to glory. This one, I'm gonna see what happens with this one. It seems to like it's starting to adapt, and it might actually do well. It looks hopeful. And then this one, this is our star player right here. This one's doing really, really well. It has vined out. The leaves are big and pretty. It's got some buds growing on it. Yeah, this one's doing really, really well back here. Y'all, it is humid back here. As you can see, my face it's not hot, it's humid. And as you can see, my face is moist. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Like I said, hopefully I can get those seeds down tomorrow. Hopefully it won't rain, because I really do want to get the seeds down before June actually closes out completely. Everything's looking beautiful. Can't wait to show you all the next update. Yeah, and I'm enjoying the harvest, the nice little miniature harvest that that we got out of today's garden walkthrough. So y'all, I love gardening. I can't express how much I love being out here in my garden. I don't love getting bitten up, and itching and stuff, but I love gardening. You get sweaty, it's a lot of bugs, but I just love when I'm able to get my hands in the soil and produce something. This is nothing but God. God is so merciful. God is everything. God has deposited a little bit of himself in each and every one of us who believe. So when you put your mind to something, you can do it, you know. And if it's not meant to be done, then it won't be done. And that's okay, because take it as divine intervention, okay? There were many times that I really wished and prayed for something, and it didn't happen. And I later found out that it was the best thing that it didn't happen. It was a good thing. And there were also many times that I prayed for something and got exactly what I prayed for. Everything. So when something is meant to be, God is going to make sure that it manifests in your life. But, you know, faith without works is dead. So you're not going to sit on your couch and pray and then do nothing. You know, you pray and you make manifest with your hands, you know. You get out here, you do the work. And I ain't just talking about gardening. That applies to anything. I'm getting into a life lesson here. But that applies to anything, you know. If you want that house, work for that house. And God will make sure that that house, the closer you work yourself toward that house, God's going to put that house closer to you. You got to work for it. You want that car, get out there and work for it. Sorry about the ambulance. If you want just peace in your life, you know, pray for that and start doing the steps necessary to maintain peace in your home. Does that mean that you're never going to encounter storms? Absolutely not. Because hard trials purify. Keep that in mind. Hard trials purify. Okay? You cannot be made stronger. You cannot be made wiser. You cannot be made purer if you don't go through the fire. Okay? Y'all know how heat kills germs? Yeah. Hard trials in life kill the germs of life. Okay, think of it that way. I mean, I might not have sounded like, you know, exactly like Michael Bison on that part, but y'all get what I'm trying to say, okay? So, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. That's my life lesson spiritual speech for the day. You've seen my garden walkthrough. You've seen the new seeds that I bought that I can't wait to get into the soil. And I'm gonna get on in this house because I'm pretty sure my son has jumped up off of the potty because I'm in the middle of potty training right now. So I love y'all so dearly, and I can't wait to get back on this camera. Until next time, happy harvesting.